Hey, it's Coach Chris with Hoops King, and today we're going to talk about scoring from the short corner. If you like this video, please hit the like button, be sure to subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any new videos. And if you have any comments or questions, just leave them down in the comments and I'll get back to you. Now, what is the short corner? The short corner is from the three-point line to the lane line in between here. This is considered the short corner in basketball. Now, most of the time you'll attack this in a zone offense, but it also can be effective in a man-to-man offense, and we'll go through both of those. But I'm going to give you 4 ways to score from the short corner, and then I'm going to give you one bonus way if you stick with the video. So here we go. Okay, before I get into the moves, again, this is kind of a 2-3 zone setup here. So I got the middle of the 2-3 zone, and then I got the bottom forward of the 2-3 zone. And in here is where I'm going to try to get the ball in the short corner. Now, there's not one magical spot that you stop and stick to like glue, okay? So when you have players that you're working with, you have to tell them to try to find a way to get in between these guys where you can get the basketball. And so that's not standing in one spot and being stationary. Just like in any man-to-man offense, you need to keep moving, even against the zone. If you stand, you're easy to guard. You need to move. You need to keep moving. Now, and it's also not wrong, I could pop out here to the corner from the short corner, but now I lose some of my options that we're going to have when I do that. But I can come out here from a three-point shooter and get a three-point shooter. But we're not going to worry about that now. We're going to worry about getting the ball in here. So when you play the short corner, you don't want to get too deep where you're behind the backboard. I can't score and shoot behind the backboard here. So I need to keep my shoulders parallel to the backboard, my butt to the baseline. So you're going to play like this. You're going to be opened up to everything on the floor, and the short corner is a great place where you can really control the game. You have lots of options and lots of decisions to make. So coaches, teach your players how to play this, because you know, especially in high school basketball, you're going to see multiple zone defenses throughout the year, and you're going to see them in the playoffs as well. So you need to teach kids some moves on how to score out of here, what decisions to make, because you can't just work on your man-to-man offense all the time and then not teach kids how to play zone as well. Now, if you want to score more points in basketball, make sure you click down below or click up here to get your free pro scoring workout from Charlotte Bobcats NBA coach Jay Hernandez. He's going to give you lots of ways to score beyond even the short corner. So who do you put into the short corner? Well, I would put a player who can score in the mid-range, can hit the three, can handle the basketball, and he's probably your best scorer, or she. They're probably going to be one of your better playmakers, somebody who can set somebody up, but yet somebody who can score themselves. And this area in here is not a shot that gets worked on a lot anymore. Kids spend most of their time jacking threes or shooting in the lane. So this is something you really need to work at to get kids to be able to hit this shot and then attack from here. All right, so now if the camera was my teammate, I'd be looking to get in here to an area behind these two players, but without getting behind the backboard and trying to get this basketball. Now, I don't want to move up too far, because then obviously they're going to know where I'm at, and we're going to have poor spacing. The closer I get to the camera or my teammate, we're too close here. Okay, so we got to maintain our spacing. So right down here is the sweet spot. So if I get the ball, the first move is going to be a sweep and rip through and attack as this middle comes at me. And then I'm going to take a power dribble, and I'm low, and I'm going to score. All right, so I'm going to show you the sweep again. So if this is the middle of the zone, he may be up in here, and then as I get the ball, he's coming at me. So I want to get the ball, sweep it low, and that gives me a low center of balance. I'm stepping big, and I'm going to cover a lot of ground. And then I'm going to take one power dribble, and I'm going to keep my shoulders to the defense. I don't want to open up like this where I'm going to expose the basketball, because then I'm going to get my shot blocked. So I want to stay here. Okay, notice that. I went from here in this position on offense to get the ball to this position to score the ball. Okay, so it's a 180-degree flip that I'm basically doing. So I get it, I sweep it, I'm low, I'm loaded, And now here's the shot you got to take. You got to put the ball up higher on the backboard here. When you get in here and you're going to attack somebody, the defense is coming. So here comes the big guy. I probably can't put the ball right in the small square because now that's a low trajectory shot and he's probably, a big guy's going to be able to block it. So I protect the basketball here. I'm going to go up and I kiss it off the glass up above the white square. Okay, this has a completely different trajectory and it's not going to get blocked. This is going to have a lower trajectory and will probably get blocked. Okay, so I protect it, I shoot it from my side, up high off the glass, and again, you can practice how high can you go on this. How high can you get that ball up there? Pretend you're going against Shaq or Dwight Howard or whoever. Joel Embiid, get that ball up where even they couldn't block it, and nobody on a high school team will block your shot. The next move is going to be a rip over instead of a rip under. So I get the ball in here, and then this defender's collapsing down on me. And so I want to rip through because his hands are down in here like this. He's reaching in here trying to get that ball. As it squeaks through here, his hands are here. I'm going to go over and step and power dribble and score the ball there. Or it could be this guy. He's making a play on the ball. He comes in, maybe both of them make a play on the ball. I get the ball in here, I'm ripping over, and now I'm past the defense, and I score the ball. And it's so important that you dribble towards the hoop. I'm going to move this cone quick so you can see that a little better. I get the ball down here, and I'm not dribbling right there. That's going nowhere with your dribble. So I want to get it, rip over and step. So now I've covered about 5 feet. Then I'm going to dribble and hop into that shot. So I'm really getting into the lane and winning this spot in one dribble. Don't catch it, go over, pound the ball right where you're at. Catch it, over, step, dribble, hop, score it. So we're going to cover a lot of space and be efficient in our movement when we're attacking from the short corner. All right, the next move out of the short corner is going to be the spin. So again, the ball's going to come in, and I'm going to turn and go, and then I'm going to blade my body, use my body to protect the basketball again. Now, why are we spitting? Because these guys were going for the pass. So let's say the ball goes in, they come in and try to make a play on that ball. I'm not going to try to rip through a defender. So let's say he came in, he tries to get the steal here. Obviously, if he's here now and I got the ball, I'm not going to try to sweep through him low or try to fight and go through his body here. I'm going to take the path of least resistance. So I get the ball here. He tried to get the ball. I'm going to spin and go. And I'm just going to leave him standing there. Let's look at that again. So the ball comes in. He went for it. I'm just going to turn and go. All right. Now, the important thing again is push your dribble out to the basket. Here, we'll switch guys up now. We'll say this guy from the bottom forward came. He tries to make a play on the ball. I get it. I turn and go, and I'm going to score it. All right, so that's the spin move out of the short corner. Your fourth move, before I get to the bonus move, is going to be just a catch and shoot, okay? This shot's going to be here in the short corner. So the ball comes in, he doesn't come, I'm open, I shoot it, okay? You know, he may drop down here to protect against a high post dive. He may be stepping up to protect against a high post dive. Maybe he's a guy I don't really want to challenge, but hey, I got a wide open, uncontested shot. I'll stick it. And that is a shot you need to work on as a player if you're going to play in the short corner against a zone, because you're going to have to be able to knock that shot down because you're going to get that shot. I'll guarantee you're going to get 2 or 3 wide open looks a game if you're down there. You got to be able to stick that shot. So when you play the short corner, as I said, you're a playmaker here. You got your scoring moves, but then you're also a passer. You're controlling the game from the short corner. So if I get the ball in the short corner, of course my first look is to turn and score. Nobody between me and the basket or wide open shot, I look to knock that shot down. My second option is I'm going to play with my high post here. So typically against a zone, you will have a short corner person and you will have a high post player up there trying to post up. So when the ball's entered to the short corner, if this guy comes to guard me, if the middle guy leaves the zone to guard me, that creates a really big gap for that player to dive. And so I can hit him the cone right where the basketball is, my teammate. I just throw the ball there and boom, as he comes down the lane, it might be a little bounce pass as well, but he's got an open space here to score. And that's where you'll see a lot of good high-low action from the short corner to the high post. And it can work the opposite way too. If the ball's entered into the high post, then I'm diving. I'm diving here because when that ball's entered to the high post, that middle of the zone will step up likely, or at least come up higher, giving me the chance to get here and score. So it's a buddy system in the short corner. If I get the ball in the short corner, I don't have any scoring options. I'm going to look to my high post partner. Same for my high post partner. If the ball goes into him, he doesn't have a shot, the defense collapses, then I'm looking to come here to score the basketball. My other option is to skip the ball here. So out of here, I have complete vision. On the short corner, I pretty much have complete vision of the court, except for maybe that corner. I don't see that real well, but I can see from that wing all the way to this corner real well. All right, so if I get it here, nothing's going, nothing's working, they've covered it all up, somebody's going to be open. They can't cover everything. And a lot of times you'll be able to step and throw a nice two-hand overhead pass to the cone right there, a little bit up above from the wing. So you wouldn't really probably stand on the wing on this. You'd slide up from the wing to the top a little more to make that an easier pass. But you got to remember, if that defense is collapsed in, that's going to be another player that you might have wide open out of the short corner. Okay, I'm going to give you a bonus move to score out of the short corner, which is basically the same things we've shown you already, but now we're going to take that extra dribble and we're going to shoot a reverse shot. So when I get the ball in here, I can still go over, I still can sweep and go through, and now when I power dribble, let's say I'm met by this guy. So I get right here off the dribble, he stops me, I'd normally be stuck. And now I've got to find a way to get rid of the ball. So with our bonus move, we're going to make it a reverse layup. I'll go through, I'll get stuck, and then I'll come through and come right under the rim. Okay, because again, look at this. So if this guy's up here, he's tall, I'm here, he's probably standing like this. He thinks he's got me stuck, but I've kept my dribble this time. So I get here, and then I take one more dribble. So now I have defender, my body, basketball. I'm protecting the basketball. So I can go right up from basically underneath the rim. I'll take that step out and put it right off the glass, and he's not going to block that, okay? I can just go right up, easy reverse by keeping my dribble and taking that extra dribble. Now, is that always going to work? Well, it depends on what this defensive player does. Remember, you're going to have the bottom power forward on the weak side is going to be here. If he collapses, no. And that's where this cone there would slide down to the corner. So again, against the zone, as a player, you can't just stand and watch. You have to keep moving to where you can get a pass at all times. All right, it's not stand and watch one guy. You got to keep moving like you would in a man-to-man offense. So if that guy came here and I went through and I didn't have anything, he'd drop down and then I could kick it from the corner, and he's going to be wide open in the corner because the guy here that's collapsed on me is supposed to be guarding him when he has the ball. So we're really distorting the zone at that point and making it difficult for them. But again, I'll show you one more time here. So let's go over, I rip it, I keep my dribble underneath and kiss it off the glass. And again, you're going to get this guy here. He's going to be in this position most likely. He's going to come, you're going to dribble in, he's going to straighten up, stand up, you keep that dribble, and all he's going to be able to do is turn, and it's too late. You're going to score. So those are 5 ways that you could score out of the short corner, and then your different options for hitting teammates out of the short corner. Practice these moves so that when you face a zone, you're ready to go and you're ready to score. It's a little bit different playing down there. You know, typically we don't play open to the ball like this. You know, if that was, the camera's my teammate and we're in a man-to-man 5 out, you know, I'm not going to be standing here like this waiting for the ball. So it's a little different, it's a little unnatural. Usually, you know, we're filling up, coming up looking like this, our feet are pointed to the rim already. When we're in the short corner, obviously, my feet are not pointed to the rim. And the one thing that is so key that I see most players don't do well is they don't move. It's a game of cat and mouse. So you got to really think, I'm going to fool these guys. How can I fool these guys? They can't see me. You know, they're not going to see me. I'm going to be behind them. So I really got to figure out how I can move in here to create a passing angle that I can receive the basketball in and then break this zone defense down. So coaches, you know you're going to see zone defense throughout the year. So prepare for it. Prepare your players for it. Have kids that can score out of the short corner, playing that position, and then teach them all their options so that they know where to go with the ball when they're not able to score. So if you're a high school coach, you should have scouted your teams. You know who you're going to play. You know, even before the season starts, you know what teams you're going to play and the likelihood of about how many zones you're going to see. So put this in early, these shooting drills. Make this part of your scoring, your finishing drills, and then, you know, you do them a couple times a week in the early season, and then when you are going to face a zone team, maybe you'll face 2 zone teams in a week, then you're going to spend that whole week in practice making sure you're hitting these points on scoring and attacking from the short corner. So if you're a player, be sure to click and get your free pro scoring workout below. If you're a coach, click down below and get your free Bob Hurley coaching toolkit, which is 4 videos, 4 PDF files. Going to cover a ton of stuff. Just go get it right now. Thanks for watching.